It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor. The engines were taking passengers, pulling freight, and taking more passengers. Later that night, Percy stopped at a signal when he was taking the mail. "That's odd. I thought I was the only engine out tonight," said Percy, but he was wrong. Just then a bunch of steam went everywhere, and the engine puffed by as fast as he could. Ugh, who was that? Said Percy. "I don't know," said the crew, "but let's just ignore it and keep going with the mail." "Agreed," said Percy, and he puffed away. He was still in shock of what just happened. The next morning, Percy returned to the sheds, and he told the other engines what happened. Gordon, Henry, and James slapped it off. "Oh, you must have been seeing things, little Percy." Now hold on, Gordon," said Edward. "What Percy must be saying is true. Then we gotta keep a good lookout for what this engine might be." "What did it look like, Percy?" "Well, it was sort of like a tender engine, but I couldn't tell who it was because of all the smoke. And I was coughing." "Well, right," said the engines. "Then there must be an investigation to see what will happen." Well, later that night, the engines said, "Ugh, did you find any clues?" said Gordon. "Nope," cried the engines. "I asked Harold, and he said the engine was like a sort of reddish engine. So we got that down. So which engines on the island sort of are red tender engines?" "Me," said James. "Well, it obviously isn't you, James," said Gordon. Let's see. What tender engines are red?" "Young Bao," said Thomas. "Who is Young Bao?" said Gordon and Henry. He is an engine from China." "Yeah, a Chinese engine running on the island of Sodor. Highly doubt that is happening right now." A couple weeks had passed since the engine was seen, and all the Indians forgot about it. Thomas was shunting Annie and Clarabelle back into the coach yard. When he was ready to go home, he stopped. He was too tired to go home, so he decided to just rest here. When he saw smoke and then an engine run by, so Thomas chased after it. Thomas ran down the line. It went through an old section of track that hasn't been used in a long time. Thomas found an old shed. He thought nothing was inside until he heard a steam engine hiss at him. Come out," said Thomas. "I won't hurt you. I must know who you are." "How about I give you a clue?" said the engine. "Looks like another engine, people say. People get confused with me and this other engine. Decades ago, I tried to push a green engine out of a tunnel, but I failed." "No, you can't be." "You know what? Open the doors," he said. The doors were so rusty that they just fell on the ground. Then, out to Thomas came the biggest surprise ever. "I know of you, Thomas the Tank Engine." "Winston!"